The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Boxingvoice.com. You seen what he did on Facebook, right? Listen, I'm gonna make a motherfucking emoji like this, look.
Derevyanchenko production.
Boxingvoice.com. All the guys want. I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather.
It was balls. Go fight. My life has always been a fight.
I sacrificed a lot to get to where I got to.
I don't think you're a hardcore boxing fan, but the IB ordered Sergiy and Gennady to meet in a vacant middleweight title shot. Now, it's been leaked by Coppinger and The Athletic that these two parties, Lou DiBella with Sergiy Derevyanchenko and obviously Tom Lawfer is still the one, doing business with Gennady. So they've been secretly working. So we should be getting an announcement on this pretty soon here, especially with Canelo Alvarez being out of the picture. Now, I guess that the craziest news is it's for the same $5.5 million Canelo offered Derevyanchenko. So that means he could have fought a more popular named fighter on a bigger stage for the same money he's fighting possibly the bigger puncher now in Gennady Golovkin. But this is what we're going to be talking about, so tell a friend and tell a friend. Don't forget to share the YouTube that this video is smoking hot. So let's go out to my co-host, but first, you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time, voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Now, if you don't have a Skype app, download that on your Android app market or your iPhone app market. While you're there, download the free Patreon app and join us on Patreon for dozens and dozens of podcasts never before heard and will never be heard unless you are a Patreon member. So you can go ahead and do that for as little as $3. A cup of coffee. Buy me and Mike a cup of coffee. Actually, you don't even have to buy us both one. Just one $3 cup of coffee. We'll share it. How about that?
Derevyanchenko production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
Boxingvoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. And he stayed out before he said it.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
Boxingvoice.com.
What up? I ain't about sharing no damn coffee, so if you buy me a cup and you buy him a cup, you know what I'm saying? We'll buy 2 cups and pour that shit in separate cups. But what's going on, man? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice. Golovkin versus Derevyanchenko, and yeah, man, kind of bittersweet. Canelo had the belt, was stripped Thursday night of last week, and come Monday, the IBF ordered Golovkin and Derevyanchenko to meet, which, I'm not quite sure how Derevyanchenko got back to the top so quickly. He just only had one fight with Jack Kuklay, which was a damn close fight in my opinion. I don't know how people scored it, but I scored it pretty tight. And now he's right back in prime position to challenge Golovkin for the vacant IBF title, which, like Ned said, he got $5.5 million for this fight, so I can't really blame him on that standpoint. That's a lot of money. A lot of money for a guy who has 13, 14 pro fights. But yeah, man, this is what we'll be talking about. We'll break it down and we'll definitely get into it more about how and why this all came about.
Dude, why? Because Derevyanchenko wanted absolutely no smoke with Canelo. How? Because Lou DiBella was very aware of the IBF ruling and knew that they would strip Canelo. And that's it. That's why and how. He didn't want that smoke.
I mean, if you Lou DiBella, you got to do what's best for your fighter, right?
Yeah, getting him a title shot that's vacant versus an older fighter coming off of 2 losses.
That I mean, I cannot blame Lou looking at it from that
Not 2
standpoint.
losses either, right? Like, all right, he lost to Canelo, and some of y'all believe he won the first fight.
I mean, whatever, but yeah, that's not even important. Looking at Derevyanchenko, you know what I'm saying? He just lost to Jacobs. Jacobs, people thought did good against Gennady and possibly beat Gennady. And when it comes to Canelo beat Jacobs pretty soundly. Then you're looking at Lou like, hey, I'm not really getting the money that I think I should against Canelo when I'm fighting Canelo, but they're offering me the same amount of money for Golovkin, an older fighter who's had 2 wars with Canelo, who had a tough fight with Daniel Jacobs. So why not try my luck with him, who and that I could possibly, you know what I'm saying, maybe outwork just by being the younger, more fresher guy. So I see what Lou is doing, and if they wanted to make this fight with Derevyanchenko, then I believe Golden Boy probably had to up it a little bit more when it comes to the money.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem right there. You know, oh, I'm fighting Canelo, so I need retirement money. Mind you, he's giving dudes well-off money. I mean, $5.5 million to fight Canelo when AJ gave Andy 3. Huh?
I don't know with 3, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But at the end of the same time, like 5.5 ain't shit to sneeze at, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a guy who got 13, 14 fights. I mean, that's a lot of fucking money.
You know, and, you know, look, good managers and advisors. He's got Al, he's got Keith Conley, and he's got Lou DiBella. And if you're Derevyanchenko, they did right by you. They set you up in a position to truly win. You have an older fighter who ducked you once. Let's make that clear. Golovkin dropped this IBF belt.
The same exact title. The exact same
Not
one.
to fight this same exact man. Only to say that he was trying to stay undefeated for the Canelo fight.
But you know what it was, though, right? Like Golovkin seen him against Jacobs. He's like, oh, you know. Damn, I ducked him. That's probably what he's thinking. Like, damn, I ducked him.
Possibly.
No, fuck it. Let me go and get this title. Canelo, you say I need a title. I'm not fighting Demetrius Andre. But what I will do, I pick this belt up and come and bring it back to the table. Like, hey, I got a belt now. Fight. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Canelo still can make Gennady now go unify with Andre. Because
can he?
Absolutely. If
he tried it already.
Listen to me. Canelo got options, right? So Canelo will go fight Kovalev. What's Gennady gonna do?
What if Kovalev get knocked the fuck out?
He could still fight Yard or Callum Smith. You know, he's got options. He got options, bro. He could fight Billy Joe, who's a free agent thus far. He got options.
You really want to fight Billy Joe, or do you want to fight Golovkin?
You probably want to fight Golovkin, but at the same time, you don't mind fighting Billy Joe if you're Canelo, because Mexicans are not afraid, especially when you can't punch. So for him and his team, they're going to be like, we're going to get on the inside and beat this dude to the body. He ain't never fought like us, and he ain't going to be on nasal spray. You ain't fighting Canelo on nasal spray. That ain't happening.
No. Then that's one thing about Billy Joe that I wonder about. If he comes to America and if he start putting on these events in America, how is that weight going to come out not being with Dominic Ingle? Was it Ingle?
Yeah, but he ain't have Ingle for this fight, and he look in great shape.
For what fight?
For the vacant shot. I don't think he was overweight.
But it was that 168 nigga. He ain't got to lose another 8 pounds.
I mean, okay, it's also a belt. I mean, like, he's supposed to weigh 168, but he was still ripped for shreds.
What I'm saying is this, Ness. If and when he has to get down back to 160 for the big fights with a Canelo or Triple G, I want to see how he makes that weight.
I hear you, but I just think there's a different plan right now. Like, in the past, remember, he was with Frank Warren, and fights were hard for him to get. Like, you know, Billy has been trying to get the Golovkin fight for years. He signed to fight in Kazakhstan.
Yep.
So it's never been Billy's fault. So his fluctuation in weight is in part due to not being able to get for these fucking cream puff fighters Frank was getting him. Now, he had a good performance. He got a belt. He used Frank as a stepping stone, took the belt Frank got him, and now he's going to market himself to the public and to possible promoters. And whoever signs him is going to take him, and he's going to sit down and say, this is my plan. I'll come in as a super middleweight. What you offering me? All right, we'll offer you a 3-fight deal. All right, so for my first fight, I'll defend this title. Or if your end game, Dazn, is for me to fight your man, Gennady and Canelo, well then give me a Steve Rolls. You know, I'll vacate my belt, get back down to 160, and then give me the Gennady fight. So that'll be a 3-fight deal. Cream puff, big fight. Money-wise, like Gennady got, like Canelo got. You know what I'm saying? Like, he out here negotiating. He ain't going to get fat right now. Right now, the money's good. He knows it, and he remembers. Remember, when he got that Billy Joe Saunders versus Demetrius Andre fight, that's all he could talk about. It was like, yo, Eddie out here offering life-changing money. So now it's not just Eddie, it's MTK Global and ESPN. Oh, wait, he's already aligned with MTK Global. Nah, they not letting him get fat. They got a plan. Everybody got a plan right now. They see the money.
Yeah, got a plan, but again, I want to see how he makes the weight if he got to come back down to 160 without the nasal spray. That's all. But yeah, man, for the zone, it would be good to pick up Billy Joe Saunders because he is a valuable piece at the 168 and 160 mark, because we got to think of Callum Smith if they're at 168 on Matchroom too, so he is a viable option. But going back to the Derevyanchenko and Gennady thing, I'm kind of curious how this plays out, because I was more intrigued when I seen Derevyanchenko fight Jacobs. That I thought maybe he could have gave Gennady a little trouble, but coming off the Jack Kulke win, I'm not sold. I'm not sold on this guy. Jack was having a lot of success, especially later in that fight, and we all know Gennady. I mean, even though he does get tired and winded, but that was like from the pressure of Canelo. I don't know if
can Gennady even knock this dude out at this point? Like, I don't even know what Gennady we got anymore these days.
But I'm not sold on this Derevyanchenko, man. I see him get Jack Kulke. I mean, I'm sure Gennady can knock him out.
I mean, he took Jacob's power.
Yeah, Jacob. I don't know if Jacob hit it harder as Gennady.
Yo. Look at
how the fuck is Jacob coming back at 175 though, man?
I mean, that's another one. Look, so he didn't knock out Jacobs, and that's what I'm saying. Like, look at these dudes.
He knocked out Terrell Johnson.
In your opinion, is Derevyanchenko a better fighter than Dominic Wade? You probably ain't see that fight though, right?
I seen Dominic Wade fight. I went back and watched it. Yeah, because I ain't seen Dominic Wade since.
What about Willie Monroe, though? What about Willie Monroe?
Is he better than Willie Monroe?
Yeah. Because that's the kind of guy that he was stopping. He was stopping the Kell Brooks moving up from 47. He's stopping the Dominic Wade's mandatories.
From 54. And Willie was touching niggas. I think Willie was one of the first guys we seen have success.
And this is what 2-3 years ago. You know, now we're talking about 2-3 years, and he's knocking out Vanez and Steve Rose. Like, he can't knock out Derevyanchenko. Maybe this is a points decision.
But
you know,
Derevyanchenko, I mean, bro.
I'm just saying. Look, it don't matter though. But you're picking Gennady for sure, by hook or by crook.
Yeah, I'm picking Gennady, man. I was not impressed last time I seen Derevyanchenko out against Jack Kulke. Jack was just having way too much success, and I know Jack. One of Jack losses come to Demetrius Andre, so you may hold that in high esteem. But the way Jack was having success against Derevyanchenko, I just don't see him being a big threat towards Gennady.
Yeah, man. So outside of the managerial advisory role and promoter role that these men played in getting Derevyanchenko this fight, do you like this fight? Or do you just like that they were good businessmen?
I don't like the fact that Derevyanchenko is the #1 contender. No, I do not. I think that the loss to Jacobs in a a close fight with Jack Kuklay push you back into the position, I'm not quite sure that I would clamor for this fight. But since we're getting it, I mean, I guess I'm going to watch it, but I'm not overly excited for it because I believe I know what's going to happen in this fight.
Matthew asks us, Ness, what about Lemieux? Is he better than Derevyanchenko? I don't think that Lemieux has any elite level knockouts, so him and Derevyanchenko can be on the same level where Derevyanchenko has an uptick. I think Lemieux's on the way out. I don't remember anything big for Lemieux outside of the Stevens. Like, he's gotten those level knockouts. Curtis Stevens, and I don't even remember who else he knocked out. He got beat by Marco Antonio Rubio.
He knocked Spike O'Sullivan ass the fuck out.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, Spike O'Sullivan, that level, that's domestic European level. I think that Derevyanchenko also doesn't have a fucking win, though, bro. Like, who's he beat?
Toriano Johnson.
Did he stop him?
Yeah, TKO.
So did Curtis Stevens, right? They topped Toriano. Curtis Stevens did that too. I mean,
he couldn't even stop Jack Kuklay, which I mean, Demetrius Andrade didn't either. So
yeah. I mean, I don't know, bro. He's got 10 knockouts out of 13 fights, or actually 14 fights. So we can't shit on his power.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, we can?
I mean, looking at the guys he fought. I mean, Deshaun Johnson.
I mean, all the names that he fought, I think he didn't
From
knock
L.
out.
Russell.
Man, he didn't knock out Evan Ayala, but he did knock out Jesse Nicola. He knocked out Teriano. He knocked out Deshaun Johnson.
Mike Guy.
I never heard of Mike Guy.
Sam Solomon.
Yeah, that's a good knockout. That's he's known. He was a former champ, Sam Solomon, from like Australia or some shit.
Champ where?
But he got a lot of fights. He came over here. He fought Dominic Wade. He fought a few.
He was champ where?
Who?
Where was the champion? Like a southern area champ?
No. He became a real champ. Oh shit! Look, he about to fight for a vacant world title right now, man.
Sam Solomon?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here,
Word
man.
is born. He about to fight. Or he just fought and he won.
He
won. He won a World Boxing Foundation, whatever that is.
My nigga said he's a champ, but he won a foundation title.
He's on box track, like I told you he's from Australia, But look,
when you start respecting these kind of belts,
he lost to Jermaine Taylor, Dominic Wade, and Sergiy Derevyanchenko, but he beat Felix Strom, and that fight got fucking overturned. Who else he beat? He beat Anthony Mundine. He lost to Sakio Bika. He lost to dang. He lost to Anthony Mundine twice. Oh look, he lost to Rinky White too. He been out here for a while fighting.
That nigga lost the motherfucking Japanese guy that I'm looking at.
Look, he had some fights with Al. I'm telling you, they used him. He was a name. Like, nothing big, but he was a name. You know what I mean? That's how boxing is. I keep telling you, bro. Like, you see Mosley on Canelo record. Like, we need those names, man.
Hey, this ain't no Mosley, my nigga.
No, of course not. But he's higher ranked in terms of Australian champs. He's higher ranked than like a Bray Caparello. He's probably doing well. Billy Dibb, I guess. He's there with him. Maybe.
But this nigga 45, he still fighting?
Yeah, bro, he's still fighting. I said
he fought this year.
Yeah, he
won
that vacant title. I told you.
Ain't got the victory.
He won the vacant title, bro. Like, yo, you got to stop these old dudes, man. You got to make them quit.
555.
Damn, yo, look. His last bout was changed to a no contest because somebody was penalized and shit, doing some illegal shit.
Damn, boy. Boxing is a sport, nigga. You can go to you 60, boy.
Damn, look, yo, independent review was called due to the referee ignoring fouls committed by Solomon. And the referee failing to count 2 knockdowns in the final round, in which side was unfairly disadvantaged. So he lost his last fight, but they gave him the win. So they reviewed it. Not his last fight, his second to last fight. He won his last fight legitimately, but that other one, he must have fought somebody in the emeritus and shit because. And who is this dude? I gotta click on.
Bro, I don't know why we doing this. What's this guy's name again, man?
He from India, yeah. Tej Parat Singh, whatever. I know I said that all wrong, bro. Look, man.
Got named on his
On
resume.
that note, yeah, man, that's GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Quick announcement show, Derevyanchenko, Golovkin, how do you feel? Obviously, he did not take the Canelo fight and took the same money to fight the less popular opponent. But strategically, probably the better choice due to age of Golovkin. But yeah, man, we'll be back.
Grouse1911 on IG and Grouse2312 on Twitter. Peace out.
Peace.